All right. Hello, hello. Buenas tardes, buenas noches, donde sea que esté en el mundo. ¿Cómo están, amigas y amigos?
I hope
Aquí
everybody good.
estoy yo, una servidora, Melissa B. Bless, con mi Give, y conmigo está mi hermanota de Canadá, Mexicanarian, fundadora de Fitness with Easy y de lo que vamos a hablar hoy de Easy on the Eyes y de muchos otros proyectos, colaboradora y voluntaria de We Move to Give as well, parte de la familia. Hola Easy, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, muy bien. Very good, thank you. Running. It's been a long day, but it's always good, right?
Qué bonito, qué bonito. Ah,
How are you?
Me encanta que estés con nosotros.
I have a
Lo que queremos hablar hoy, el tópico de hoy, lo que estamos haciendo hoy es hablando de la música, de la creación, de energía que tú has traído al movimiento de We Move to Give, con tu música al evento de Bring the Beat, que eres coproductora del evento, y has cambiado la energía de este evento y ahora tu música está bien pegada en clases, is very big in classes now. I've been using it. We have the Amor está aquí. So we want to talk about all of that and get to know you as an artist. I want people to get to know you as an artist. I want people to understand the process behind creating the music. And I also want people to understand that if you haven't heard music from Missy, the music is from the heart. Es del corazón. Es música con emoción, música con sentimiento. Sí, algunas son graciosas y todas son movidas, algunas son más serias, pero las más lentas, pero la música tuya, las letras, tiene, tiene una cosa increíble, que es energía, sentido, tiene pasión. So, háblanos, cuéntanos de todo esto.
well, I guess we better do it in English because that's more people, we can reach more people. So yeah, thank you very much for inviting me. For everything. It's like it's been a journey. It's an amazing journey to meet you and like to have the honor to be so close and to have the support and love from your organization. It's like I cannot believe that after 2019 that we were such in a little capsule. The world pretty much exploded virtually, um, and I'm so grateful for that because that gave me the opportunity to join, like the virtual world. Well, I've been in the virtual world for a long time, but it's like the virtual. That's the thing about the virtual technology. It can be such an amazing tool. I know a lot of people are really afraid about technology, but if you use it well, it gives so many amazing things like collaborations like the ones that we have been experiencing that could not happen without the technology that we have nowadays. Um, for example, the ability to be able to give classes as a Zumba instructors online, it has changed so much in our work. It's like it has been something that has moved from one place to the other. Like it's before and after. Before and after, we were able, like before the pandemic, we were not able to teach online. We were not able um, to do a lot of stuff online. And after the necessity of that was the only way to connect, then a lot of things have happened and a lot of things have make better because of technology. So technology it's something that I think we should not be afraid of. So that's why, all this boom of artificial intelligence that we are now living, um, it's coming up because of technology, because of advances of technology, etc. And yes, there's a lot of bad things that can be done with, artificial intelligence, but then there's so many amazing things and you know, like beautiful things that can be done. And I'm just so grateful to have amazing people like you to invite me to collaborate. Um, so yeah.
We're very grateful and we appreciate your support and your ingenuity and it takes a special kind of talent to create, you know. And the thing is this, as you mentioned, technology could be used for good or bad, that's depending on how people decide to use it. And we know that, right? And what you have decided to do with technology is very impactful. I wanted to, for people that don't know you, I know you in the Zumba world, we talked to you before about your beginnings in the Zumba world. I want to focus on Easy on the Eyes. So where did the name Easy on the Eyes came from? What inspired you to become a musician and producer? Tell me things that I may know, but the other people don't know, because you do come from a musical background, and I want people to understand that, and be like, oh, that makes sense now, uh, about you. So go ahead.
Okay, well, let's start with the name. So the name is funny because, um, well, my real name, actually, my full name is Diana Ismet Barranco Mendoza, which is a long name, especially for people that are not used to Latin names. So I'm actually original from Mexico, for those who don't know. And I moved to Canada about 22 years now. August 4th is going to be 24 years that I'm living in Canada. Um, so I moved to Canada, and actually I was living in Vancouver, and then I met my now amazing husband, and I moved to the island. So I moved and now I live on Vancouver Island, and it's been an experience. So Vancouver, as a big city, it's very multicultural. Canada is a very multicultural uh, place, and I think it's one of the best places to live if you are going to be an immigrant. But then, you know, Vancouver itself, like a big city, it's very multicultural. So I didn't feel like that out of place until I moved to the island. So that's when the cultural shock came. With the fact that, for example, it's really hard for people that speak English to pronounce my name properly. My name is Ismet with the accent in the et, and all the English people call me Ismet, which is different. So I'm just, it's okay, whatever. So I was with my husband, and I started to go with our friends, etc. So when I tried to pronounce my name, they were like, okay. So they started to call me Easy. So that's when the Easy started. Like Easy is easier. That's what I always say. So I started to, be called Easy, and it took me some time to adopt the name, to be proper, like perfectly honest. So when I started doing the online Zumba that I was mentioning, I was like, okay, I'm going to do my business. So how do I name myself, right? So I wanted, because I teach Zumba, but I teach other formats. So I wanted something that reflect like fitness. Okay, fitness, and then something with this med. So I like, okay, fitness with is met, but it sounds like really, like it doesn't sound that well, right? So I was like, oh well, why do I start using Easy? People are already calling me Easy. So that's when Fitness with Easy started. So that's the initial name. And then I started to actually, I was just happy with that. And a friend of mine, another Seco volunteer, invited me to a venue, because a venture to sell uh, magnetic lashes. It's funny. I come from a family that they're very entrepreneur. You know, they like to do business. And I always
They
thought,
love the business.
lot of business, yeah. And I thought, you know what? I'm never going to do that. I'm not never going to sell. I'm terrible with selling. But I was like, I tried the lashes and I really, really like it. And she was like, why don't you give it a try? Like, okay, I'm going to give it a try. So I started again to create my business, etc. And I'm like, okay, how do I name my business? And I already have Fitness with Easy. And I say, okay, well, something, because maybe I just, focus on something for beauty, and that's when the name Belleza a la Isis came up. So Belleza a la Isis came from like beauty, easy style. So that's why that's what my first business, well, my second business, if you want to call it. So it was Belleza a la Isis. Uh, Long time it's like I just gave up that, and then I started actually selling nail polish and blah 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 blah. That's okay.
Can you hear
So
me?
yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, you.
Okay, perfect.
I can't hear you for some reason. I lost you for a second.
Oh,
Let
okay.
me see here. I hope everybody heard you. I know I could do a little bit of lip reading, and I know you were talking about being an entrepreneur and the eyelash magnetic lashes that you were doing. And then after that, for some reason, it went quiet. But you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Give me a
was.
second here.
Mhm. ¿Qué onda, Lola? This is Dora.
I'm gonna mute you, and then I'm
Hola,
gonna mute you again. Okay, say something again.
hola, hola.
Oh, look at your kitty.
She's like, okay, I'm just going to stay here. Maybe not.
Oh, my apologies.
Okay.
So I know you were talking about being entrepreneurs and getting into another secret was getting you into the eyelashes and all that.
Hmm. So I started to think how I have an echo. Uh, I was looking for a name for my lashes and my nails business. So I was like, okay, let's use the same idea that I use for my fitness for my beauty. So I was like, well, I'm Mexicana, so let's choose the Spanish one. So that's what Belleza La Easy came from. And it was with double Z because I was like easy, easy. So I had that, and that, whatever, like I just got tired and I was not that well. So I like, that's it. I'm just going to keep the fitness one. Then my husband was the one day he introduced me to the beauty of artificial intelligence, and my mind exploded. But it was funny because he has kind of mentioned it, and he makes fun of that. That he has, he mentioned a couple of times, like, "Hey, this new thing that is artificial intelligence," and I was like, "Oh yeah," and then I was doing my thing, until one day he pretty much just sat me and he like, "Look at this," and then he just showed me Mid Journey, and I was like, Mid Journey like exploded. So Midjourney, it's like uh, graphic generator, and then I started with ChatGPT, etc. So I started to do my own videos, like with using artificial intelligence. But of course, we needed something for the what is it called for music, because that's one of the things actually last year when we having the Bring the Beat to the World 3. um, I wanted to avoid having to use uh,
Copyrighted music.
copyright on music. Yeah, so that was one of the main things. So what I do every month during mental health awareness, I do a post per day. And then I discover artificial intelligence with music. It's like, oh my God, that's the best thing. So I started to play with that since then. Uh, and well, the thing is, again, artificial intelligence is not that smart. Whatever you enter to artificial intelligence is not what you're going to get. If you put it garbage, you're going to get garbage. So what I actually decided to do is to write the lyrics because I wanted to convey a specific messages, right? A lot of people when they say when they see the artificial intelligence music, like, oh, they generate everything. I just like pook, click, click, and then they generate. So yeah, it's songs, but it's like just whatever. There's no message. And yeah, for me, it's important to convey a message. And why is that? I don't know. I'm an actress, a professional actress. That's my first bachelor degree. So
And
for
a cat mama. And a cat
I'm a
mama.
cat
You have
mama.
many cats.
Yeah, I have
Oh,
six
many
cats.
cats.
Many cats.
What's the name of the one that you have in your hands right now?
This is Dora, la exploradora.
Dora Explorer. La Exploradora Dora.
Dora la exploradora. Yeah, and she likes to be held. Actually, I I got a carry. Like a bib that I can put it here.
Ah.
I don't have it here handy, but yeah. When I'm working,
Oh, wow.
she's like this, and she's just laying down and she's sleeping, and yeah, it's bad. But yeah, going back to what the music. So I started doing that, and I created a song for every day of the days, and then I was like, oh well, let's just use those ones. I already spent the time and energy to create those ones, so that I just done for last year for the timers for each of the teams on the 24 hours events. And Manita, you're still there? I think she left. Are
No,
you,
I'm here.
you're okay? Okay.
Yes, yes, I'm back.
You're back. But one of the things is that one of the feedbacks, especially when we were like on the timers, that one of the participants said it was like, "Oh, this is too boring." I understand there were a lot of songs that were more heartfelt than anything else. Um, so this year, for example, one of the things that I tried to do is on all the songs still focus. I don't know if am I doing too fast.
No,
Let's.
you're doing great, actually. And I wanted to say, because last year, because we're talking about how you realize that music will become part of your life purpose. I know last year we were talking about this, and you said, "Oh no, I want to avoid copyrighted stuff." And last year we had people asking for your music. There were people in the event saying, "I need that song. I can't find it," and they were trying to Shazam it, and they were commenting on the chat, like, "Give me the title of the song.
They
Who
were
wrote it?"
mad. They were mad,
And
right?
they were mad. They were mad. They were like, "Ah!" and and then we had to explain to them that it was an original song that you have created, and it was incredible. So we knew we had something special, and there were some songs last year that talked about your cats, and they were playful, and about your cat jumping and going to different roofs and so forth. But there were some bangers about mental health, and some bangers about listening to yourself and believing in yourself, and those songs are very impactful. And with this new event this year, Bring the Before, you knocked it out of the park. There's like 63 plus songs that you generated, and I was like, I'm listening to them on repeat. I'm using them in my classes. People are asking for the songs. It is a fantastic. So kudos to you. But to what you were saying, this is more than just clicking a button and just saying make me a song. This is like I seen you. We have collaborated on songs together, so I seen you in the process behind the scenes, and I know that it's not as easy as some people may think it is.
Yeah.
So well, thank you for sharing.
No, thank you. I think it's part of what you learn when you go to university. Like, for example, I remember not as a professor from theater school. We were talking about, well, in Mexico, there's like telenovelas are huge in Mexico. Um, I know that's like me, but he was like, so, do you really want to be a an actor like little star from a telenovela that is saying nothing, or do you want like the thing about art is that the purpose of art is to move people, to bring a message, to make people think. It not necessarily has to be beautiful. It not necessarily has to be comfortable, but it has to be something that makes a change of people, right? Like that's the beauty of art. Art is it's a way to be rebellious in a in a proper way, like in a way that is peaceful, but still you are still sharing your thoughts, sharing the way that you're looking at the world, and it's a way that we can change the world a little bit. You know, it's where a lot of times
Yeah.
we think that we are nobody, and that's the truth. Like we are just one little speck on the little sand on the ocean, right on the beach. But if we all start to do a little bit every day, you know, maybe we can start to create a ripple effect that makes like a bring a change. So that's what is important, in my opinion, to do things with a purpose. Because if you just go on life and you just like, oh, it's rainbow and everything is beautiful and blah blah blah, so yeah, you know, you might not have you might not you might not have any conflict in life, but are you really living? That's the question. Are you really
Uh,
bringing something from yourself, from your what is inside you, when you're feeling to the others?
yeah, what is your contribution? This is very important that you said that because, I know you're building your brand, right? And I have to say that listening to your music is music with purpose. It's music that has a message, that has a meaning. And I know that you're available to co-create with folks that have ideas and want to tell you, I want to create this. Or like in my case, when I gave you the lyrics for my song,
And she's gone. Hermanita.
okay,
Hey.
I'm back. So when I gave you that, you see that Amor Está Aquí so powerful that it took me out and in at the same time. But uh, when I gave you the lyrics for Amor Está Aquí, I told you I wrote these lyrics. I gave my heart and soul to the message of what We Moved to Give is about, which you're part of, and we're so honored. And then I said, give give this words life. Give this words life. And then you took those words, didn't change them at all, but you infused them with your musicality and brought something so beautiful that I was so impacted because you provided me many versions of musicality for this track. And I fell in love with most all of them. All of them were fantastic, but I chose two. I was so conflicted. I kept listening, and the lyrics are fantastic, but the musicality was great. And people kept saying, "I like this version. I like this other version. Oh, I prefer this version." But uh, I tell you, that leads me to my next question. How would you describe your sound?
My sound is very eclectic. Well, that's part of it's you know it's part of who I am. I have my yeah, I have a lot of echo. That's what I have. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, that's if you know me, you know that I'm a little bit crazy. Everybody's crazy, but in our own way. So my craziness starts since I was a little girl. That I have done a lot of different things and very different things. Actually, I should start by saying that I'm ambidextric. So that means that my left brain and the left hand side of my brain, they are kind of like working, you know, together. And you were mentioning musicality. So I started when I was, I think it was like 5, 6. My mom took us to piano lessons. So I took piano lessons, like, regular that you go and to a teacher and you just go on the piano like chi 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 for an hour, blah blah blah. So that we did that for a year. And then my mom, it's very, I love my mom, but she's uh, I have a family that is very goal oriented. So she's like, okay, gosh, you like the piano. I'm going to get you in the Mexican University of Music. So, I know. So actually, there's two universities in Mexico. There are two big schools for music in Mexico City. One is la Escuela Nacional de Música, and the other one I don't remember. But she make us um, audition to both. I remember the audition. Yeah. So we got accepted in one. They both of them have actually kids program because music has to be learned since you're a kid, honestly, to become a professional, musician. So yeah, we were accepted. So when they ask, okay, which instrument do you want to play? So the instrument that I wanted to play was the what is it called? Organo. I don't know how, like, it's not the piano, but I wanted the electronic one. So that's what I wanted because I really enjoy since then, like to be able to create different sounds. So that was my first approach. And I'm muted. Can you hear me? Yay! Can you hear me? No? Yes? Okay, good. So yeah, I play that, but then the the what is the name of organo in English? Organo, I don't know.
Uh, is the organ?
Yeah,
The
the big, like a big piano with the pipes and all that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know where you the
I don't know the name in English. In Spanish, it's organo.
pipes. It's the piano pipes. It's like yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, yeah. My other sister, she was playing the piano, so she chose the piano. And I tried to get into the program for organo, but they didn't accept kids. They only accept teenagers because of the size. So because you couldn't reach with your little feet all the different things. So she's like, no, you cannot study organo. You have to choose another instrument. Why don't you choose violin? And I was like, okay, I'll learn violin. So I played violin for 4.5 years. The only thing is that I was pretty good. I never practiced, and I just grab it like this. But I hate it. Whenever I practice, I actually I used to rip the 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 sheets of my book with the arc. And then I have to paste it. So my whole book was full of tape because I had to, like, oh, it's too expensive, so we cannot it's my parents were paying a lot of stuff already, so I had to tape it. Finally I said, Mom, I don't want to do violin anymore. It was a fight for sure. My mom was like, okay, I was actually taking the classes with the director of the orchestra of the school, so he was the best violin student teacher of the school. But my mom was like, okay, we're going to change because usually I had to stay until 9 p.m. to take a class, so it was very, very on demand, and it was just too crazy. So I changed, and I told my mom, and they took me to another other professor, and the professor asked me, what do you want to do with music? What do you want to study violin? And I say, I don't want to study violin. My dad is bringing me. And my dad was beside me. He's doing me to, he's making me do it. I wanted to do gymnastics. And yeah, so I
Which you actually did.
Oh yeah,
You actually did gymnastics.
yeah, I
Yeah.
did. I actually I studied. I still studied 1 year and a half for percussions, which I think it was great. Like to learn percussions, to learn how to read. Well, I know how to read music. I know the rhythms very well because percussions get you that. But I also have the musicality from violin, and I also have. You also have to sing. Like you either there are 3 classes that you have to take when you're in the school. So you have to take music theory, you have to take your instrument, and then you have to take either musical orchestra or chorus. So I was in chorus. So I did singing too. Um, I can sing a little bit, but it's not like I'm a big singer. But yeah, and so I have the musicality, and I have taught dance for many years, and I have done my research about the different rhythms. So whenever I hear a new rhythm that I like, I go and I study the structure of the sound too, not just the randomly. So that's why I think, life is, you never know when you are going to choose what you are learning. So yeah, that's why like now all the music is so nice. And actually, gymnastics have also helped me because when I did gymnastics, let me tell you, I did dream gymnastics. I was almost I compete nationally. I was almost part of the team, the Mexican team, back in the 80s. I'm that old. I'm old, and I'm
Wow.
proud. It's okay. I don't have a problem. Nobody believes my age, anyways. So yeah, it's at that in the 80s when you compete, you could only have a music with one instrument. Um, so I had to edit my music. So I grabbed the disc, the LPs, and we already have the cassette. So I was recording the cassette, and I was editing, manually editing my music. Yeah, because you can only have the music has to be between one and 1.5 minutes. You cannot go less or more, otherwise you get penalized. So I was doing my own my own editing. So now that I'm doing my music, it's just so easy with so many like the tools that we use. And like you see the different the variance and how the rhythm is working. It's just like this is so easy. I just ensure that it's within the tempo, whatever different rhythm we're using, and I know exactly where to cut, where to edit, and it's just so easy. Easy, easy, easy. Yeah. I cannot hear you.
Thank you for saying that because it's so important, first of all, that you give us a background into that process because when you were little, then you go into it's interesting how life takes you into different paths. But here you are doing gymnastics. Yeah, you start editing your own music back then in the 80s. Now, fast forward to 2026, and you're seeing these tools, and you're like, I wish we had those tools back in the 80s because then it would have made my job so much easier. And because you had the musicality expertise, you are perfect for identifying what rhythms to use, how to mix them, and all that. I could tell you, I also came from I play guitar and I did all that music stuff, and I could tell by listening to your music, apart from being intentional, that is the beats are arranged well, that you are intentional about everything that is connected, and and this is what is beautiful about this process because as you were saying in the beginning, we have the technologies and we could decide if we want to use them in a good way or if we don't want to use them in a good way, right? Technology could be your friend or it could be your enemy, and I know uh, that the way you're using it is something special. So I want you um, we were talking about this earlier, and I want you to tell folks things. Some of you may be listening to us for the first time, and you may have never met Easy before, and she has a message for you because she wants to introduce her music to you, the listener. So, Easy, go ahead and tell us what you got in store for our listeners today.
Yeah, it's a very exciting moment. Um, it I have been working on a store for almost a year. It's not easy to bring up your store if you want to do it yourself, but there are other options. And now I have decided that I have jumped into distributing my music also for social media, and also Apple Music and Spotify and all that stuff. So I have my website that is it's been a it's been a journey since last year. Oh my God, it's more than a year that I've been trying. But yeah, I have this service, and I have been working on that, and I've just been struggling with it. But finally, I have it. So I have my website where you can go to my website, and then you can find actually the idea for the website. That's a different idea because also I came up with the name Easy on the Eyes. I didn't go to that part. Oh my God, I'm just talking too much. uh, so Easy on the Eyes came because another thing that I do, and I also again, it's part of my brain. I also draw. So actually, when I was on secondary school, I'm really good with math, just so you know. So I finished, and actually, I have almost a photographic memory. Well, it's just to not anymore, but so in my exams, you know what I did for my exams? The night before, I just grab my book and I read it. Choo, 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 choo. Okay, I'm ready. Boop, and then I get A plus. No mistake. Yeah. No problem. So that's the way I did my, because I didn't have time to study. I was doing gymnastics, I was doing dance, because I also part of gymnastics. Because I was in the team, I had to take dance, I had to take ballet, I had to take modern. So yeah, I did that, and then I still have to go to music school that I hate, but I have to be there. So I didn't have time to go and do the homework. So when I was in class, I was some people sneak to talk, etc. I was sneaking to do the homework during the class. Yeah.
And that's the beautiful thing about you is that you are so so passionate about everything that you're doing. You're doing 20,000 things at the same time. So, and you are always moving into the next project, which is fantastic. And I have to tell you, uh, as you created this brand and you get into drawing and you drew the logo because you created that's your creation, the logo for Easy on the Eyes. Uh, tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, yeah, I discovered artificial intelligence, and then I started to use it. And there's so many ways to use it, right? You can upload your own this sketch, and then you can change it, etc. So actually, I started also designing my clothes because I learned to sew when I was 15. And then I went to I wanted to do uh, custom design when I finished acting, as a way to do some living, not just so I did that, and then I started to think to start to design. But for the sitcoms, I'm a sitcom volunteer, so I was like, oh, let's go. It will be so nice that we all wear the same thing. So I started designing. So this is a design of mine, and this is also designing. These are my leggings, Spanish leggings, like leggings. So that's where I
They're
can.
fantastic, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Uh,
They're fantastic, and you have a storefront that has merchandise as well,
yes,
which
well,
is
I'm
really
working on
great.
that. I'm still working on that.
It's fantastic. You have everything. You are a one-stop shop.
Yeah, but that's when the name Easy on the Eyes came, because I was like, okay, I'm still following my same pattern of how I name my little, how they call it, and my little businesses. So I was like, it's going to be something about the eyes, and then I was like, oh, it's Easy on the Eyes. So why don't it's Easy on the Eyes? So it's actually a little bit of a game, right? Like that my stuff is easy on the eyes, and I'm easy. I'm not easy, but I'm trying to be.
Yep. That is a wonderful story. That is such a beautiful story, you see, because uh, people have resonated with your music in such a way, and I could tell you right now,
Mm,
uh, part of the reason I wanted to interview you is because we have El Amor está aquí, and that song is so beautiful, and you gave life to those lyrics. You gave life to that song, and we have the Amor está aquí challenge, and is
mhm,
Amor está aquí is more than just an anthem of We Move to Give. Is the soul of We Move to Give. I've been thinking about this a lot, and Amor está aquí is actually the soul because it encompasses what We Move to Give stands for, which is safe spaces, community, places where people belong. And Amor está aquí talks not only about the waterfront, but it talks about something deeper, is the sense of belonging and the
mhm.
sense of connecting and being together. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing that. And you said, correct me if I'm wrong, that if people wanted to get a sample of the song itself, you're going to have a code available for people to download the song.
I know. So yeah, everybody that is watching this, hopefully people can watch this. We're going to give them a little thank you of watching and bearing with us and listen to our craziness. So if you my website, if you want my website is easyizzy on the ice.com. And then when you go to the website, then you have to click on music, and then you're going to see the song Amor está aquí. So you click on that one, and then you put it on your cart. So you go to your cart, and then you're going to enter your email. You can do it as a guest, and then there's going to be a code. If you are in your mobile, you have to expand at the bottom because otherwise you don't see the discount code. And the discount code is LOVE. LOVE in capital letters. And that is going to, check you out, and you're going to get an email and a download link for the song. So yeah, if you get it, just be sure to hashtag us. We move to
Please do.
give.
So
Mhm.
that's the website, right? EasyOnTheEyes.com. We have it scrolling on the bottom there. Uh,
Yep.
so in case you didn't hear it, EasyOnTheEyes.com. Go there. And what's the code again? Let's get that code.
L O
L
B E
E E
in capitals.
and in capitals. And you know why it's in capitals? Because the love is big, the love is strong, and amor está aquí. So this is the beautiful thing about it is the love is here, is for everybody. It's part of our safe space built for you and me, which is so come and check her page. Uh, you see, because that's the story of Amor Está Aquí. You see, the story is about love. The story is about community. The story is about relationships, you know, and you meet people through your life, and you see love there. That's the code to get your song Amor Está Aquí. Uh, and and it's such a beautiful sentiment that you meet people throughout your life. You know, you attract people, and I believe this. You are you get put in front of people, and you attract them. And if you're positive and you're doing and you're connecting in that wavelength, that's what you're gonna get. And and not only this song, Easy has more than 100 songs. I'm pretty sure that she has created, but in her page, if you go to Easy on the Eyes, you're gonna find fantastic albums of tracks of music, including music that was used at the Bring the Beat to the World 4. So if you attended that event and you're looking for a specific track, feel free to send us a message. You could also post it there. All the teams are there, so you could select every single team that participated in the event, and you could listen to those songs and get a little demo. And if that's the one you're looking for, you could download it. Uh, and Amores Aquí is also on iTunes, and it's also on Reels, and it's also on Instagram. So if you do the challenge, you could like tag the music and put it out there. And it's a beautiful song that talks about community. And you see, this is the thing that I wanted. I know the answer to this. Uh, when you were looking at the vision of the song and you were listening to some of the lyrics and you were putting that music together, uh, tell me. I want to hear your feelings. I knew when I sent you those lyrics and I said, give life to this. I knew you were going to create something amazing. I knew that it was going to be something that was going to become bigger than the music. But I want to hear from you. What when you read the lyrics and you start working on the song, tell us about that process. What were your feelings? Because I know you do stuff for other people, right? But you're part of this team.
Mhm.
You're a pillar of this organization. You're part of the team, and here are you creating not even an anthem, but something that is so close to your heart, my heart, to the familia. Tell us. I want to shut up, sip it. I want to hear you tell me what was that process like?
Well, the process that I do when I'm creating new songs is I try to do a research of the person, right? Especially when I'm writing the lyrics. In this case, I was not the one that wrote the lyrics; it was you. But for example, when it has to be something that moves me. When we have our last year when Pedro um, passed away, like I have to find a way to express the feeling. So that's when this that song came up the way it came up. Because I think it was you have that's the thing again about art. You have it's a beautiful outlet for let your feelings and all the things that you have inside to go out and go out to the universe and recycle itself. Um, in this case, Amor está aquí. When you told me, I was like, give me more. What do you need? I was like, I don't know what to do. So that was the process. The process was, yeah, I don't know what she wants. No idea. Because you only gave me the lyrics. It's like, okay, so what is the message? What is, the feeling? And she like surprised me. You're like, okay, I'm surprised. I'm the first one surprised. So I thought about you. So I know that for you, your the things that you like in the music. I know that you're a big fan of soca. Soca is one of your favorite rhythms. I know that you also like rock, you know, and you like that kind of stuff. And then I was like, okay, this songs is going to be something that identify people, like makes and create an identity for the team. So it has to be an anthem. It has to have that idea. So we need to add some kind of audience and wows and that kind of stuff that fills the people, that makes move the people, that uh, it has to be a gradual too. That's the thing about that anthems. You have to begin with something like a chord that touches, and that usually like minor chords that really good for that kind of stuff. But at the same time, it has to be uplifting because it's not like the Pedro song. That Pedro song, it was like it's all the pain and all the loss that we experience. But this one, it wasn't. It wasn't like that. This was. It's a celebration of life. It's a celebration of of a group that is inclusive, that allows every single person to be themselves, that allows people that has been what's it called, bullied, that has been that are not accepted by others, to feel that they belong to something. So that's the process. And yeah, for every song that I do is like, what is the song coming? And you were mentioning about the Bring the Beat to the World for. This the last year I didn't do that. It was for the mental health post, to be honest. But this year I wanted to do a set of songs for the timers of each of the teams, to represent the people within those teams. So I have the fortune of knowing a lot of them. So whenever I was doing 5 songs per team. So I pick up people, like the team leader, and I kind of like know what they do, what their country, what they're feeling, and I try to do, something, a feeling that represent that. For example, like team one, we have to have a tango, of course. We
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, we have to have a soca. We have somebody from Trinidad. Of course, we have to have soca. For example, on team, it was so much fun. Team six, like the team from what is it called?
India.
India. She's like, "Oh, you guys speak really good Indian Indian songs." Like, I was thinking of you.
Well, and I want to take a moment to honor what you just said. When you created Una Estrella Más, it was it's a celebration, and it's a gift of the love we have for Pedro, our volunteer that left us too soon. And when I heard that song, at first I didn't realize that you had made it. I was so traumatized and in so much pain that I didn't understand that at all. And then when you reminded me that you had created this and I listened to it and I played it, it brought everybody to tears because it was very intentional and it really honored his spirit. And now we have this other song that is the total opposite. It's also a celebration, and it's an anthem, and it has that feeling of an anthem, uh, and is very uplifting. But it also brings brings people together, and it reminds us that we've been doing this for a long time, and we want people to know, we want people to experience community, to experience what the love is. And so that is so beautiful. When I started listening to the albums for the mental health Bring the Beat event, 24 hours, come join it next year if you haven't had a chance. It will change your life. But I started seeing the intentionality of the rhythms, the colors of every team represented. Uh, it was mind blowing. It was mind blowing because, as you said, you in India, you got some bhangra's, you got some of the styles. And we moved to Give, you had our previous hits, and you added some more. And in Argentina, you had a tango, and you also had a soca. And when we got the anthem for We Moved to Give, it had rock, soca, merengue. And I know those are my beats, you know. So I was really excited. I knew, I knew it was going to be a banger, porque ya yo sabía. I had it in my heart. I said, she knows me. So again, I am so excited that we had the Amor Está Aquí challenge that is currently out there in the community, that people are dancing and enjoying the dance. And if you haven't seen it, go check it out on Instagram. And you don't have to be at the pier. You don't have to be in Seattle to do the challenge. We have people doing the challenge in Canada, right?
Who knows? Yeah, crazy people.
But and then also, El Amor Está Aquí is everywhere that you want to create community and safe spaces. And there's you in your park, which is beautiful. And people are walking around, and you created a space there and did the song. And then Miss Diana, you is dancing with people in chairs, gold classes. It is incredible. I really, and if you're wondering what Pier 62 looks like, we did a couple of them at Pier 62 so you could see the actual park. And I could tell you when we were playing that, people were around us watching us, and we were inviting them to dance, and they were like, "No, it's okay." But they were moving. They were moving. We just don't have it on camera. You see, that's the thing. You see, as I said, when I first heard the finished product, I knew, I felt that it had become much bigger than just a theme song. I know that you are part of this team, uh, that you knew it was an anthem. Did you feel that too when you were putting it together?
Um, well, before sharing a song, I have to like it. If I don't like it, I don't share it. That's the
That's
point.
good.
So I generate a bunch. It's not that one song I like. Yeah, sometimes it happens. Honestly, sometimes it happens. It's like, oh my god, that's a song. But sometimes I have like 20 or more songs that I have iteration, and then I change this and I change that, and it let's blah 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 until I have what I want. And sometimes I even cut one piece from this, one piece from that, and the other one, and then I put it together. It's like a Frankenstein, and it looks nice. But there was it was really hard for me to know if like again I like it. Otherwise, I would not have shared. But I have no idea what you want.
So I'm going to tell you the reason why I did not uh, tell you what I wanted, and I do this with my hairstylist. And my hairstylist knows me, but when I go there, I said, I want you to create. And I knew that you were a volunteer, and we have done so many projects together, that I knew that it was my lyrics were in the right hands. I knew that somebody that knew me, that cared about We Move to Give, and I knew I had this in my heart that you were going to take that song and treat it with the respect it deserves, and you were going to make something beautiful. Uh, so I know it's not going to be our first or last song together, but that's why I wanted to do this talk. Is not only talk about Amor Está Aquí and the beginnings of it, but I am so excited about your music. I have so many tracks. I want to make an announcement now. Uh, every single event at Pier 62 this summer, every Wednesday, we are going to have uh, one of the songs curated by, created, curated, put together by Izzy On The Eyes, and we're going to showcase it at the Pier for Everything class. And then we want to promote that song and provide access for people to hear it, dance it, and hopefully they get inspired to buy it. And I may provide a few raffles, a few downloadable codes for a few folks. But I want to tell you that your music has inspired some of this programming that we're doing, and I could tell you uh, that for Pride we are gonna do "You Matter Here," and "You Matter Here" is a beautiful song that you created, and that's for another conversation because it's so deep. But "You Matter Here" is an amazing song, and I've been doing it as a cool down. And I have people begging for this, saying, "Wow, this song is so powerful." So if you don't know about You Matter Here, it's from Teen Six.
Go to
No,
the website.
go check it out. It's a beautiful song. Um, and that's important because you know it's music with a purpose. And I want you to go ahead and take the chance to browse through her page, look at the music, get the little demos, feel the music, share it. And Amor está aquí is already available on iTunes. So if you have Apple Music, you could hear it right now. If you have Apple Music, you
Spotify.
could download the song. Spotify, if you have the subscription, you could hear it. You don't have to buy it. It will be with you because you're a subscriber. But if you want to buy it, you can. And
Or you can use
and
the
and
code,
and
even better, get it for free.
yes, use the code. What's the code again?
Lover.
LOVE, 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 LOVE. And
Love. Love.
yeah, oh, you see, you're giving me ideas. And that's one of the things that I want to transition to because I was like, which song should your new listeners hear after Amore Saki? I have my favorite. I already said it. My favorite is You Matter Here. But I were to ask you, what is the next song that you think people should take a peek at after Amor Saki?
Oh my God. So one of the songs that like well it's hard, right? That that really resonates and whenever I hear it, it's like I have to sing it from the like real hard is Take Up Space. I love that song. It just resonates. Like I'm tired of being like making myself small just to please others, and my mind matters and my body, like I matter. So take up
Yeah.
space.
All right, you heard it. I heard it before. But I am the type of person that when I get stuck with a song, I just it's like candy. I just want to keep eating it. I don't want to eat any other candy. And but I heard Take Up Space and I agree. It's a beautiful message about feeling that you're not worth it and that you're taking a space and feeling small, right? Um, which brings me to my next point. Your music is healing. Uh, it has a message and it touches the core of my heart when I hear it. And I know it does that for people because I played at events, I played it, and people have come to me and said, I read those, I heard, I read, I felt those lyrics. Wow, this is. I had one of my students was crying today after we did You Matter Here. They were in tears. They were in tears, uh, telling me because I made an offer. I said, listen, I'm going to play this song. And if for whatever reason you feel that you need this, I'll gift it to you. So all you need to do is come to me after class and tell me, I want this song. And this person came to me and with tears in her eyes and said, wow, this song is something else. Those lyrics touch me. Can I have that song? And I said, yes, you will get this song by the end of the night. And if you're listening, Amanda, I'll get that to you soon after I finish with my nota here. But I'm so glad that you love the song. It's a favorite of mine for many reasons. But also that song talks about uh, something very beautiful that, sometimes we don't think that we're making an impact. Sometimes we don't think that we matter. And and that's just a perception because like a star doesn't know how bright they shine, right? So, and that's one of the sentences in this song is like you matter here, and it's so beautiful. But anyway, uh, that other song, "Take Up Space," is also good. So I'll let you choose. You go ahead and
You know what?
decide
Another one that
what.
I really like
Uh-huh.
is like The Uninvited Guest.
Mm.
Do you know that one? I have a
Um,
hair on my.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's the her kitty song. That is
No,
her
it's not
kitty
a
song.
kiddie song.
I know. I just stressed.
That's an e-song.
Yeah.
I got to put that. That's
But
too good. It has a great rhythm. And it's, that's another thing that I love. If if you have noticed, I'm Mexican. Humor is such an important part of my culture.
and also most artistic people are have a flavor for jokes and dramatic and being expressive, and it's beautiful and it's fantastic.
Life is too short not to take it too seriously.
Well,
Nobody, once we learn to make fun of ourselves, to not take us
yeah.
serious, we can enjoy life so much more. We are all
And life has so
ridiculous.
much.
That's a fact.
We are, we are, and life has so much to offer, And I think, and looking closer and I'm getting closer, and I go like, when we take a moment to reminisce, because as you said, life is so short, and when you come to think about it, then you go like, oh my God, what happened to the half of my life? And you don't have yesterday, you don't have tomorrow, you have today. So what are you doing today for yourself to feel that you are in a space, that you're present, that you matter, that you're part of a community, that you're not taking space, that you belong, right? And that's, I think, your music talks about that happiness, joy, sadness, but it also has a theme of belonging, community, family, being together. And that is something that no many artists have in their repertoire. I understand that there's songs about other more mundane things like going to the bar and falling in love and dancing and getting low or whatever, which is fine. I love those songs too, you know, but also uh, for the type of work that we do, we also have those other songs that have meaning, that make people think, that make them process, and that's what you bring to the table, and I'm so honored and excited that people get to hear this. So don't take up space. Go check that song. This
Yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah, it's like life gives a lot of turns, right? I was it was hard for me to leave Mexico. It was hard for me to leave my whole family, to leave two of my cats, to leave uh, my fiance, to leave everything, just because I wanted a better life quality. So I was really missing like that artistic outlet. And that's why I joined Zumba to dance, but it's not the same. It's just fitness. That's good. And you can make a lot of change with people. But to really express what you are thinking, like as an artist, I just said, I think that's one of the things that this new little project of mine has given me, the opportunity to give me that outlet. I don't know if you knew that I used to write too, of course, and I won contests when I was a kid, and also on theater school. Actually, I won a contest, and I was taking classes with one of the most important screenplay writers in Mexico. I took classes with him, so yeah, it's not that random. But yeah, I'm really happy to have this opportunity to do that. And yeah, and if you have a song, if you want a song, you have an idea of something, let me know because I can do a song for you.
They can, and if you want to get reviews, talk to Nancy Kerr, who worked with Easy for the longest time. to get a song. And you know what? She could do any type of song. Songs for warm up, songs for cool downs, uh, songs for events, particular events. If you have an event that you're hosting, as Tamara and Marlix, the Twinsy song. There's always a song for each occasion, and 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 this is the beautiful thing about your music. It's more than just a project or the flavor of the month. Is your passion. It's a passion thing, and I know it's going to keep growing. And I could tell you that I have so many ideas. I told you this privately, on ways of utilizing your songs for many things, conferences, of course Zumba, of course the peer, but also for reflection and meditation, and also for like writing and for getting some release. I love Pedro's Una Estrella Más song. Is very touching, and it really encompasses what Papa Pedro meant to the team. And Amor Está Aquí really encompasses the soul of We Move to Give. So, guys, I tell you this right now. Please go to Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, and I tell you this right
My
now.
website.
There's fitness, your website, Easy on the Eyes, and then I know it's confusing because if you search for Easy, you're gonna get Fitness with Easy, Easy on the Eyes. You're gonna get a couple of different things. It's all the same person, so don't get confused. But if you want the music, it's Easy on the Eyes. If you want the fitness classes, it's Fitness with Easy. Uh,
It's the same.
it's the same. It's the same. It's all connected. Is there anything else that you want to share before we depart this afternoon?
Well, not well. I don't know. Oh yes, I'm going to be. Right now, I have only released two songs in the social media. It's going to take some time, but I want to now focus on releasing the Bring the Beat to the World songs. So that's the next step. So stay tuned, and because they're going to start to release slowly. I have a lot of material. I don't want to just put everything. So
Yeah, we don't want to overload people, but I could tell you once you start listening to those songs, I 100% it's gonna move you in a very personal and deep emotional way. Uh, some of those songs are 70s hits, reminds me of the classic 70s hits, the tangos. There's so many. It's the variety. It's so impressive. It's very impressive. I know I told you that before, but I want to convey that to the audience about how impressive it is. I guarantee you that you're going to find a song that is going to be your favorite. And if you do, can you please share it? Can you please put on the comments? This is my favorite Easy on the Eyes song that I have heard so far. I'm biased, so I'm going to say Amor está aquí uh, because it's beautiful. Also, I'm going to say you matter here is something that has made me reflect a lot, and I want to share with the whole world because you matter. Uh, you belong. Amor está aquí. You belong here. You belong in this space. So, Easy, thank you so much for being you, for just being yourself, uh, for taking all the space that you need to share your creativity, uh, your amazing talents, uh, your heart, your passion, because we all better for it, and sometimes we tend to like that some take up space. We tend to feel that we are this small and we don't want to open up, we don't want to share, we don't want to get out there. And we're limiting ourselves. We're putting ourselves in a box, and then you're not sharing your light. And we want people to share their light because you don't know that smile, you don't know how you're impacting people. And so please, please, please do it. Keep being yourself.
Yeah. Thank you. Hermanita,
All right, all right,
mm,
all right. Well, it's been a pleasure. Guys, if you see it on replay, full hashtag replay, send comments to Easy. She will be found on Instagram and Messenger. Put in comments there. We'll keep watching the comments and we will respond to them. And if you have any difficulty finding her music, let us know and we will share the links. Can you also put the link to your Easy on the Eyes on the comments so that people could click on it and be that redirected to it? That would be great. So we'll do that after we finish.
mhm.
We'll make sure that the link for that is there. Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate it. See you in the next one.
See you, see you.